Only sad, I didn't get a grant. So in celebration of non-grant getting, we're going to build Legos.
It's Lego.
Oh, no S, Lego. We're gonna build Lego. Okay, real talk time. Now I'm gonna warn you now, this is not gonna be the most exciting rest of the vlog. I'm gonna be talking about budget because I think it is so important. I think we don't talk about it enough. I don't think we talk about how much making a dance frickin' costs. So I think it's really valuable information because I'm getting towards the end. When I say end, I mean like 5 months until the EAMES production, which is Kristin Damrow Company's next home season in San Francisco at ODC Theater, which is happening January 25th through 27th. Mark your calendars. Anyway, fundraising. It is very challenging, and it's not like you get a manual. These are things we kind of learn over time, and luckily I've had a lot of help through the pilot program at ODC, which I did back in the spring, and also I have a grant writer, so I feel like I'm in a good place for getting the funding that I need, but still it's challenging. I've applied for grants 3 different times and still haven't gotten them. So first and foremost, I want to say do not get discouraged. It is extremely challenging to get these grants. There's so many factors going into it. Who's on the panel? What's your topic about? What's hot in society at the moment? You know, just timeline. These things are totally out of our control, which is extremely infuriating because, like I said, dance costs a lot of money. It is not cheap. I was fortunate to have already received the Rain and Opportunity Fund, which subsidized half of ODC's theater rental. The cost to rent ODC is about $9,000, so luckily I get that hacked in half from this Opportunity Fund, which was a huge step in the right direction. But I am honestly still looking to cover my budget of $38,000. Now I'm not joking, I'm talking $38,000 to make a dance that's going to be presented for 3 nights in a theater. It is ludicrous, but we love it. We keep doing it. So I kind of want to talk about where all these things are going into and kind of how I've gotten to this crazy amount of money. By the time the show rolls around, we will have worked on EAMES for 1 year and 4 months, which is a really long time. And one of my goals this year was to pay my dancers per hour. So $15,000 is going towards paying my dancers alone. I think it's a really valuable thing to be paying the artists so they're being valued for their work. I also get dancers that are wonderful and fantastic and that are invested. So this is money spent in the right place. Then I'm putting another $5,000 into the technical production that involves the lighting designer, stage manager, and to pay Aaron for the music, which you will see soon in a couple vlogs about our progress for the music composition. It's coming along awesome. Then I throw in costume design, photography. That's another about $2,000. How many hours we've spent in the studio rehearsing. We're coming to about $6,000 for renting the space. We rehearse about 5 hours a week. I've kind of been able to be smart about the way I rehearse, like only working with individual dancers at different times and also working double sections if we have a big space. So you just need to rehearse. The dance has to happen in the studio, which costs money. And then there's a whole lot of other expenses that go into it. The fundraiser I'm planning, that is not free. I have to pay for food and supplies, promotion material that we're gonna be printing, our programs, maybe a reception after the show. There's just all these things that come together to make it a really awesome event, but it's not free. Hi, Ollie. She doesn't want to hear about fundraising either. But anyway, back to the point. So, you know, I didn't break down every single cost, but I think you get the idea where all this money comes from. I'm not saying all this to be like, give me money, donate, which if you want to, you can. But it's just kind of that forward-thinking idea about how I can continue to make work and not be stuck in this issue of paying for the production out of pocket or waiting for grants to come in before I start the work. It doesn't always align with my vision or what I want to create in the moment. So it's a weird sort of scheduling puzzle to try to work out. So the Bay Area does offer a lot of great grants. Like I said, I've applied for many rounds of certain grants. I have not gotten them, which sucks. That's always a day I drink a huge cup of coffee and eat a cookie. Kind of gets me through the denial letter. But there are still some rounds coming up. Last year I got funded by the Zellerbach Family Foundation, so I'm crossing my fingers for that. There's another round of the cash grant coming up with Dancers Group. So if you are a young artist and you're wanting to start making work that's getting funded, start now. My last work that I did, I got one grant. It was my first grant. It was amazing. But I've realized that it takes time to build relationships. The more they see your name on an application, it kind of puts you a little step above everybody else. It's weird and political, but guess what? There are so many people applying for these grants. So I think the more you can kind of expose yourself and who you are as an artist, and the more you write, the more you understand what the kind of work you are making is, it all goes into the right place in the end. So I have to listen to my own words as I move forward with the rest of the fundraising of EAMES, because I have a long way to go. Some of that will come back in ticket sales. Like I said earlier, I'm hosting my own fundraiser this fall to kind of bring in arts patrons and art donors that are interested. It's like a fall gala private event, which I'm really excited about. It's a lot of work reaching out to local businesses to get in-kind donations or to sponsor the event. So there's a whole kit and caboodle that kind of goes in with all of this. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've missed. I mean, I don't have a formula that says this is how you should write a grant. So I feel like I'm slowly starting to figure it out myself, but I think just stick with it and it'll happen one way or another, I hope, and that's all we can do because art needs to get funded somehow. So I think finding any little way we can make it happen is the way to do it so we can keep plugging forward. So I hope that wasn't too painful. Grant writing, fundraising, it is the real situation of making art and making dance. I hope you gained a little bit of insight and information from this video. I'm gonna cut it off here because there's more fun things to be had. Last thing, I've been teaching at summer camps for like the past 4 weeks. My last camp was with some awesome kids over in Marin. They begged me to put them on the vlog, so here they are.
Kristin, you should put us in your vlog.
Why?
Yeah, you have to, please.
Why?
Because we want to be in your vlog.
Why do you want to be in my vlog?
We just make more subscribers to your vlog. Yeah,
Oh.
we'll all be super cute.
So you all will get me subscribers?
I'll subscribe to you, so therefore you will get more subscribers.
You heard them. They're gonna get me subscribers.
If you show like Kristin's dance camp or something, then it can be like, oh my god,